Hey everybody, it is April 26th, 2017. It is my 25th day in a row to do this. So, yay me, you know, I'm actually doing this. So, I have a little cool fun fact for you about Disney. I shouldn't say everybody, but majority of the people that Steamboat Willie was the first Disney cartoon ever made. That's not true. That is not the first one ever done. It's the first one done with synchronized sound. Yes. It was the first one aired. Yes. But not the first one made. The first one made was one that was called Plane Crazy. And it's where Mickey builds an airplane and tries to look like the air pilot of the time. I cannot pull his name. It starts with an L, but I cannot pull his name at the second. And so that was the first one done, but they could not get a distributor to pick it up. And I believe it was May 15th, 1928. And later that year is when Steamboat Willie came out with a synchronized sound, and somebody picked it up, and the rest is history. Then came out then they aired Plane Crazy second. So that's a little fun fact. So Steamboat Willie was not the very first cartoon ever made by Disney. That with Mickey Mouse, I should say. So yeah, there's a little fun fact that not too many people know, because everybody thinks that Steamboat Willie was the first one ever done. But that's only partly right. Like I said, it was the first one aired, and the first one that had synchronized sound to go with the motions, like you see today. So, but that's pretty cool. So yeah, I usually do Disney trivia at work, and I actually get guests coming back to me wanting more all of the time. It's just really fun. I love doing it. If I could, I would do it so much more often. But, you know, interacting, doing trivia all day, get a whole group involved. And I've been told that some of my trivia is fairly hard, from what I've heard from other people that I work with, and a lot of them are Disney fanatics as well, but they told me that some of mine are kind of hard. But I do have some easier ones, you know, like what's the last line in Let It Go. You know, very easy, but it also depends on the age group I'm asking. I mean, there's no way I'm going to be asking a 5-year-old the Mickey's original name. No. Though some adults do actually know that, some don't. Mickey was going to be named Mortimer. Though, even though they didn't use it for him, thank goodness, Lillian, he did. Thank you for changing Walt's mind for that. They did end up using that name later on in life. They used the name Mortimer for I think he's considered as a rat, if not a mouse. And he's kind of in a way, kind of a slightly bad guy, or just, you know, I think he's just kind of a bad character, kind of like how Pete is. So the name still stuck around, just didn't get used as the most popular mouse that we all know and love. And Minnie also had an original name before it was Minnie. It was Minerva, which is, I guess Mortimer and Minerva were popular names of the time back in the 1920s. But I, for one, am glad that they didn't use it, because days like today, it's, you know, I think children would have way too much trouble trying to pronounce those names. And also kind of hard to remember in a way. So yeah, I mean, it's just not really catchy, I don't think. Mortimer and Minerva. So I am very glad that they ended up sticking with Mickey and Minnie, because it's so much easier to say and pronounce. And let's see what else. Oh, did you know that there are 4 characteristic differences between Chip and Dale? Everybody knows the most common one, which is their noses. Chip has the brown nose, Dale has the red one, which is the easiest way to remember for those who have trouble remembering. Is that, think of chocolate chips, but then it was chocolate chip has a brown nose. That's the easiest one. But the other differences is that Dale has 2 teeth, Chip has 1. Dale has the messy tuft on top of his head, where Chip has it combed back. And then Dale, when you're looking at his eyes, you can see the, you know, like this. You know, when he's looking, you can see the slant on his eyelids. Where even though Chip has eyelids and he's blinking, when his eyes are open, you can't see him. So that's really, really cool to know about. So if you ever want to challenge somebody, ask them that. Because a lot of people do remember the nose, and some people remember the teeth. But not too many people notice the hair in the eyes too much. So yeah, I mean, every once in a while they'll pop up, and where there'll be 2 different colors, like one will be a little bit lighter, the other one will be a little bit darker. And I believe it's usually Dale that's lighter in the brown color. But the original ones are usually the most common one that they use, like 90% of the time. They're the same color all the way around. It's just that those 4 character differences that you see. But yeah, I can never remember how to pronounce Donald Duck's middle name, and know it starts with an F. It's just I have issues with his middle name trying to say it, so I'm not even going to bother. It's just one of the, you know, some people have trouble saying cinnamon. For me, it's Donald Duck's middle name, so yeah. But it's a pretty cool name. If you want to look it up and try pronouncing it, go ahead. But he does have a weird name. But he was also, it's no longer in motion, but at one point Donald Duck was forbidden to be shown, I think in Switzerland or Sweden, one of the 2. But he was not allowed to be aired at one of those countries. I can't remember which one, because he had no pants. He just has a sailor shirt, but no, he doesn't wear any pants. And because of that, even though he was a cartoon, he was forbidden to be part of the Fab Five and shown any Donald Duck cartoons. But luckily they realize, you know, that is kind of a silly rule, and it's not, from what, that's at least the last time I heard, it was lifted, and he's allowed to go. Let's see what else. I don't know too much about Goofy. Unfortunately, I just haven't heard too much about him, about his differences and stuff like that, like I have with the others. I did hear that Pluto was originally Minnie Mouse's dog, and his name was Rover. But then they changed it, so they named him Pluto and gave him to Mickey, and then gave Minnie a cat named Figaro, which is the same cat that plays in Pinocchio. So, and if you actually watch every once in a while, especially a lot lately, you'll see other characters in Disney, in different Disney movies, like in the Little Mermaid, you can see Mickey, Donald, and Goofy in the beginning of the movie, during the concert, when the King Triton comes in. You can see that the Donald, Mickey, and Goofy in the audience itself. If you watch carefully, you can actually see them. In Frozen, you can see Rapunzel from Tangled in that movie. So there's different things like that. So you always keep your eyes open. I mean, they say that, like for Frozen, I believe they say that Tarzan is related to them, to the Frozen girls, but because his parents, he was with his parents when the boat went down, and he ended up going off and everything. So there's that, because they were heading, apparently the parents were heading off to see Rapunzel and her thing. Their ship sank. Tarzan was left at sea, lost at sea, and the parents died. So that was how those three movies were related. So that's the backstory about that. How much of it is actually 100% true, I'm not saying, 'cause I'm not sure. But that's what I've been hearing, that Anna and Elsa are related to Tarzan, because Tarzan and their parents were going to go see Tangled on Coronation Day, when Elsa was becoming queen. So there's that. No, sorry. Queen Elsa's parents were heading off to see Tangled on her special day when she was found, or was born, or something, one of those two. But something like that. So I get a little confused. I got it slightly mixed up. But anyways, yeah, that's the connection between Tarzan, Tangled, and Frozen. I'm pretty sure lots more out there of different things that can kind of tie Disney stuff together, probably. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and say goodbye now. Don't forget to hit the like button, which is the thumbs up like button. Don't forget to share, comment, and subscribe to the videos. And if there's anything you'd like to hear, please let me know, and I'll see you in the next. Bye.